up, guys? We are back. Sorry that I haven't posted anything in a while. I was actually out of state for work, so back now. If you have recently subscribed to the channel, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, or whatever. That'll really help the channel out. But anyway, so today we're gonna go ahead and mock up some brackets to hold in this fuel cell so I can get the fuel system actually put in, lines hooked up, everything ready to go, and then I'll just need to wire the chassis. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into that, and yeah. Oh, I forgot my keys. All right, so we got some 1/8 inch steel plate that we're gonna go ahead and use. And just for the record, I am by no means a fabricator or a welder or anything, but I don't know if I showed you, but I picked up that welder so we can get some shit cracking. So if it looks cringy to you guys who actually know how to weld and shit, my bad. I just gotta get this shit hooked up because I'm tired of the car just sitting here and not starting. So you can criticize it or whatever. I really don't give a fuck. What I'm gonna do with this L shape is, since I'm doing this really half-ass, right here's the support for, or the chassis or whatever the fuck. But so I'm gonna clean this up and I'm gonna weld an L right here so I can use the other straight pieces to come off here and basically just come over, down, and then yeah, whatever. Right now what I have in it is flux cord wire, which I don't really want to use, but I'm gonna use it just for those L bracket shits because I have a lot of the wire and I'm running low on my gas. So I'm going to weld those up, and after I'm done sticking those to it, I'm gonna cut this off and put in my regular wire, and then use the argon and CO2 mixture to weld the other parts. Make another bracket or tack it up because that one failed the first time. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So I went ahead and I picked up some square piping. This is 11 gauge. It's an 1.25 inch. Yeah, it's 1.25 inch, 11 gauge square tubing. So I'm going to be making something completely different, which should work. And I borrowed this miter saw from a buddy just so I can make some clean 485-degree cuts. And we hopefully won't have this issue, because that's not gonna work. So I'm thinking I'm basically what I'm doing with that is kind of build sort of like a cage around the cell, and then have 4 mounting points of like bars coming out, connecting it to like the actual chassis, and hopefully that should be in there solid. The only thing that I don't know if I'm actually gonna like about it is I'm gonna bolt it to the square tubing, so when it really can't come out of the actual cage, like I can't just slide it out unless I cut those tabs off and figure something else out down the line. But that's what we're gonna do for now. Get this mounted up finally, and then we can make all the lines and run them. Alright, so I think the camera might have died during that last shot or whatever I was cutting metal. But basically, I fried the motor on that fucking miter saw. So that thing's dead. So I picked up just a regular saw, and I was kind of a bitch to fucking like get like a straight cut and everything, but it ended up working out. I literally only had like 2 more corners to cut, and that thing broke, but whatever. So now got everything all cleaned up, and I'm about to start tacking it together and throwing down some fucking welds. So I'm gonna get into that, and then we'll see if it actually fucking works.
One eternity later.
So those could have been probably the shittiest welds I think I've ever seen. Yeah, those things are horrible. But at least, you know, it fits right over that. I'm gonna grind those welds down, and then I'll see exactly how bad it is actually. And if it penetrated, then that'll be good, and that's all I care about. But they're gonna get ground down because they look like shit, and because well, that's fucking hot, but it's they're hitting against that. So yeah, those are gonna have to get ground down, but I'm gonna go ahead and make these right now, the other part, and you know, I might change up the design. I haven't decided yet. We'll figure that out. So I'm gonna think about that for a second, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna weld that into a square or not. Alright, so I decided to go with the original design plan or whatever that I had in the beginning. I'm just not gonna ever remove this cage or the fuel cell. So whatever, if I have to remove it, I'll just get a new fuel cell and actually have someone make something up, because this is, it's a pretty pretty shitty experience so far. I'm gonna need more metal because I'm gonna want to run 3 little posts right there and on the other side, and then probably 2 on this side and 2 on this side. Okay, so here's what we got, and the weld came out pretty bad, but it's alright, it's gonna hold. Probably gonna put a little plate from there to there to mount the fucking fuel pumps. But for right now, I'm gonna work on putting it up in there and actually attaching it. So see how that goes.
So we're gonna trash it, dude.
So there it is, inside the fucking whip. Finally done with it. I'm not gonna show you guys the welds. I mean, you can probably see them right now, but I'm not gonna show you some of them because they look like hot ass. But it holds. The other thing I gotta do is, let's see. So there's 2 little brackets right here with some shit welds on them, but they're holding. These brackets are gonna hold up my fuel pumps, and then I'm not actually gonna film anymore because it's been like fucking like 2 months now since I've uploaded something, and I just want to upload and just knock this stuff out. One thing I have to do now is just run the lines. I have everything besides 2 fittings to go to the back of the fuel cell, but they should be coming in either today or maybe Monday or some shit, I don't know. But basically I'm just gonna run a line. I mean, it's gonna be a dual pump setup, but I'm only gonna have 1 line running, so that's a 8AN line. I have an 8AN line coming into my fuel tank, or not my fuel tank, am I retarded? The fuel rail, and it's going down. It's gonna come down and it's gonna hit a fuel filter. So I'm gonna have a fuel filter on that line. That line is gonna branch off into 2 lines from a splitter I have, and then those 2 lines are gonna go to the pumps, and the pumps are gonna go to that. And we also have a 6AN line for the fuel return. So the fuel return is gonna go over here. I just pressed the power button like an idiot. So the fuel return is gonna go here and then come out. I'm gonna get like a sheet to go over this because I don't want dirt flying up, and I don't want to look at these welds because they look like hot fucking trash. And I think that's it. I'm not gonna put any check valves in it, at least not for right now, because I plan on running the pump simultaneously at the same time, all the time. So I think the next video is gonna be wiring up the car. I already have stuff mapped out. Like, I already know what wires do what. You know, pretty much all these wires can go besides these 2. And yeah, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive because I haven't edited anything, I don't remember. This video has been taking a long time because there's just, the stuff didn't go right the first time, stuff didn't go right the second time. I broke some saws and had to get more saws, and I've been gone, so I'm just gonna upload this. It's probably gonna suck, but whatever. I mean, like 70% of the videos suck anyways. I just think they're good at the time until I rewatch them. I'm like, damn, that's cringy. But anyways, I'm gonna try to upload this shit hopefully today. I don't know, because I'm lazy. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one, which should be a lot sooner than how this shit turned out.